A train wrecked to spin fire. The NFT analyzer, diving deep into projects. He's the crypto energizer. From remit coins to tokens, he's got all the intel. Web3 is a tree.
Oh no, I'm late. Sorry about that, guys. Man, I got in the zone with something here. Excuse me. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Hope you guys are great. Not the kind of morning I was thinking to be waking up to, man. To be honest, not at all. What, dude? I'm so fucked up. Dude, the market like turns to shit. And I don't know why that's the time I get the most excited. It's like a thing with extremes. I like extremes. Market's going crazy one way or another. That's it. That's what I'm here for. How boring were the last few weeks, right? Just the worst. The worst. I got in crypto in, 2016, 2017. I think 2017-ish. NFTs 2020, 2021. The past few weeks here were the most boring time I've ever been in this space. Ever. So, hey, this Mt. Gox news is not good news. Why can't I stop smiling? I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Good morning, Jade. How are you? What a beautiful Jenny. Gravity, good morning, sir. I just get an M from you. I don't even get a G. Was that on purpose, man? Are you feeling the other way around about this stuff here? Assassin, good morning, sir. Great to see you. Hey, you and Jade got oh, never mind. I thought the fur color was the same. I don't know. Hey, I get a GM from Jeekles. Everybody from Gravity. Just get an M from this guy. Anyway, guys, appreciate you tuning in. Whether you're watching over on X like Assassin, or the rest of the gang's all over on YouTube. Either way, appreciate the hell out of you guys. If you're watching on X, just make sure you subscribe to the channel over on SlamX Official on YouTube. And if you are on YouTube, just a heads up to be subscribed, or following over on X at SlamXIO over on X. New video drop from Oscar this morning. Oscar Ramos. Dude's fucking great. I love this guy. Awesome macro crypto commentary, right? And I think his content's super cool. It's a quick catch-up. 6 minutes on, again, the macro crypto ecosystem, but that content's going to get a little bit of a buff soon, and hoping, pretty likely we get Oscar on here as well for a little X-Gang over there. What's up, Jared? Good to see you, man. But Oscar on here to give a little crypto updates for us as well. I think that'd be awesome, especially with what's going on in crypto right now. Just an M. Come on, Gravity. Come on, man. It's just a morning. It's a good morning, man. We're here. You know, any morning we're here is a good morning. Like, real talk. Really is. Really is. This might be the weekend mushrooms talk, and maybe that's it. It just might be that. Either way, it is a morning. It is a morning. For some, not a good morning. Hey, just look at the last hour. A better morning. BM. Yeah, really rough this morning if you're looking at the crypto markets. If you're really concerned about the short term, which I get it if you are. I would hope long term nobody's got any issues. No worries at this point. Yeah. Oh, it's nice to you, Jade. Yeah, we woke up to news about Mt. Gox. You guys, one of the very first crypto exchanges. Very, very early crypto exchange. I think it's out of Tokyo. And famously was hacked for hundreds of thousands of Bitcoin. I believe it was 850,000 Bitcoin. And here we are, again, a decade plus later, and finally that Bitcoin is being returned to creditors, which is super interesting. It's super impactful to the market. It may be that what we've been watching over in the ETFs over the past many weeks, right? These insane outflows. It may be that people had maybe a little bit of an inside scoop. I don't feel like this is what happened, but, you know, the writing was on the wall that Bitcoin was going to be hitting the market. We saw billions, I believe it was billions, moved from a Mt. Gox wallet. So again, the writing was on the wall that this was going to happen. I believe they had until October to start these distributions. But a point here is the word came out this morning that these repayments are coming in July. It's $9 billion, guys, $9 billion worth of Bitcoin. So that's starting in July. At the same time, we've got the Ethereum ETFs that are to start being sold or traded. We don't have an exact date for that yet, but these updated S1s were submitted back to the SEC just on Friday, lining up for an early July go-live date for ETH ETFs. Interesting scenario setting up here. We'll take a look at crypto again, but Bitcoin with very, very bearish news here. Short-term, honestly, medium-term. We're gonna see if we can run some numbers together, right? And try to guesstimate how long it would take to chew through $9 billion worth of Bitcoin. It's going to take a while. But while we have that bearish news in Bitcoin, we have bullish news in Ethereum. Again, the ETF's coming. Would assume a lot more liquidity hitting the Ethereum markets here. Setting up for a very interesting summer here, we'll say at the very least. Also, I'm seeing some FUD out there about Solana. I don't know what's true. I don't know what's not. I don't know how good these sources are, but some talk about a major investigation into the Solana Foundation. So I'll put that on the screen. I'd love to get some of your guys' feedback if I'm even getting from reputable sources here. I may not be. So whatever I put out here regarding Solana, grain of salt. I don't trust it. I don't. With that said, it was actually two separate sources I heard it from. What I'm wondering is if the bigger source, the one with the 300,000 plus followers who put it out there, if he got his little info from the first thing that I saw, right? And it's like and if so, not a lot of substance to it. I'll just say it that way. With that said, whenever the SEC made comments about Solana, called it a security, and sometimes provided some reasons why, man, it seemed like there was a little more substance to that. I think Solana was pre-sold too, right? Like Solana felt, when I saw the tokenomics and how, I guess the roadmap or the origin of Solana, it felt a little more like it did feel like they had a token offering, right? It felt a little more like a security. It just did. I'm not a crypto expert. You guys know this, but it felt different than some of these other blockchains. Maybe there is more substance behind it. We'll see. Yeah, why? Why are we like this? Why are we? It's got to be the long-term thesis, right? It just has to be like, as long as fundamentals haven't changed, as long as you believe in this long-term, you look at every single time we dip like this as such a great opportunity, one that hopefully you position yourself to take advantage of. And of course, it doesn't feel good, I know, seeing your balance go down. That doesn't feel good. But there's also a fuck it, who cares attitude when you're planning for 5 and 10 years out, maybe 15, 20, 30 years out, whatever it is, even planning a year out. My belief is this bull run doesn't really kick off till next year. And I'm talking the peak of the run, right? The peak of this market next year. Anything going on now, whatever. Oh, okay. So we might be looking at the same thing here. Hell, let me see if I can find it real quick and just throw it up on the screen. It is spicy if it's real. Yeah, let me find that real quick. Okay, topics for today. Definitely want to get into the Mt. Gox Bitcoin. I want to spend some good time on Pudgy Penguins, which more casually we chatted about it over the weekend on Inside NFTs. It was breaking over the weekend. Luca Netz now, the second major announcement that him and his ecosystem drop on a Saturday. Really weird day to drop info. Really weird day. But he did it. And it's big news. I'm talking about Igloo Inc., the new parent company for Pudgy Penguins. If you're watching on YouTube, you see the thumbnail. Let's speculate on what's going to be under Igloo Inc., which isn't just Pudgy Penguins, and it's not just Overpass. There's a third pillar under there, which as of right now is redacted, and that does not stand for the R word that Lemon calls me. Although that'd be funny if it does. Yeah. Spoiler, I think maybe there's a token coming, which I didn't. I thought of it this weekend, and I didn't go far down that path because I didn't see it. I think I see it now. Like, looking at that roadmap, that crazy-ass roadmap they have, you could put token in each of those slots, and you're like, aha. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. My guess, whatever. Well, I'll save that. I'll save that for the topic. Here's the Solana FUD. I don't know crypto Bitlord. Just nothing about the guy. I don't know. He's just like some just pure engagement farmer. I nothing about him. I don't see very friendly comments about him. But the other person I heard kind of hinting at this, kind of mentioning this is, okay, probably not the best, most reputable figure too, but the guy who stole all the Pump.Funds money, Stack Overflow, right? This guy's in a world of trouble here. But also dropping comments about a big investigation into Solana. So I saw this first. I don't know what the screenshot's from, no idea. But somebody's trying to pry info out of him, which he doesn't have any. And that got me wondering if this other tweet, Bitlord's tweet, comes from that. Maybe it's pasta. Maybe it's none of the above. Maybe this is just total engagement farming, right? We'll see. So just putting that out there. We'll see if this gets any picks up any steam over the next, few days here, few weeks. I don't know. I definitely feel like there's more coming from the SEC, and especially guys, if Biden ends up winning this election, I don't think they're going to be as crypto friendly as he's been signaling right now. And to be honest, so far it's been just words and not many words, right? But I don't think he is even really giving the appearance of being crypto friendly. Here and there, there's some words. Here and there, there's been, announcements that he's working with Bitcoiners, right? Just to start forming some kind of policy, he has to. And we're going to hear a lot about that later this week with the first presidential debate. But nothing I've seen and felt from his administration do I feel is crypto friendly. Called off the dogs on the Ethereum ETFs, right? Or Ethereum in general, right? Closing the case against Consensus. But still, nowhere am I getting vibes that he's crypto friendly. Yeah, dude, what an arc. What a crazy turn BitGod's had here over the past 6-8 months. Yeah, BitGod involved in ARSIC is kind of bearish. For what reason? I'd love to hear. I can say this. BitGod leaving, OXBT? BitGod maybe kind of proven he's not a builder. He's an influencer, It's kind of what he is. For me personally, him being involved in ARSIC is bearish in just that he's not a proven builder. To me, it's a whatever thing. It doesn't move the needle. It is bearish news that ARSIC didn't have something bigger than that coming. And they do have more coming. There's more to ARSIC now at this point. We may not get to that today. I'll try to save that if we don't get to it, tell you this. If we don't get to ARSIC here, we'll get to ARSIC in the afternoon show. Perfect to be able to chat with Henry about that too. We both know BitGod to some degree, right? And maybe we'll try to get him on the show actually to talk about this, which would be super, super cool. So yeah, you know what? I'm going to ping him, see if maybe he'd come on the afternoon show to chat about it. That'd be awesome. Love to hear right from him what's going on over there. But yes, the sentiment out there around ARSIC, bearish with BitGod's involvement, I guess, yeah. Is that confirmed, by the way? I think it is. Anyway, back to Mt. Gox. $9 billion. Don't laugh at me with this, guys, by the way. Okay, $9 billion. Okay, when I start calculating how much this is, I pull up literally like this Google Bitcoin to USD calculator. Think about how long this is going to take to chew through. It's going to take a long while. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. All right, look at this. Okay, over the course of the ETF lifespans, at this point, we're in the positive 14,500 Bitcoin. Okay? 14,500 Bitcoin. Okay. Not even $1 billion worth. Which sounds crazy. Now, think of this, because we've heard over a couple of weeks here, we're like, hey, we're a 1.9 billion in the positive, right? That's over that little period of time. It's not counting, the prior weeks, the following weeks of outflows, right? So when you add and subtract it all, it's not bad here, but up 890 million. We got to 10x that to eat through $9 billion worth of Bitcoin. How long have the ETFs been active? Since about January? Start adding that up, right? It'll take a long, long while to chew through $9 billion. That's assuming all $9 billion of that is going to be sold. I wouldn't think so, but I'm kind of guessing here. I'm kind of guessing a lot of that's going to be sold. We're talking about 10-year-old Bitcoin here. What's the price of Bitcoin 10 years ago? And this is just easy to think through, right? I mean, 10-year-old Bitcoin has people way in the positive. Oh, God. I mean, yeah, Bitcoin was back at $400 then. Right? 400, 600 bucks, 800 bucks, whatever. I was under $1,000. All these people sitting on a, man, oh, man. If I'm mathing right, that's 100x. I think I'm dumb, but yeah. Point there is big time profits. I'm expecting a lot of that to get sold, a lot. Honestly, at first glance, when I looked at this morning, I'm like, yeah, you know, $9 billion, ton of money. But a lot of early believers in Bitcoin, it's not like they lost faith in Bitcoin, but no, these guys are up big time on that money. And it's probably, I would love to see the breakdown of customers and how much Bitcoin they're getting back. I would expect a lot. This is my opinion. It's a pure guess, right? It's a pure guess, but I would expect a lot of that Bitcoin's getting sold off. Oh, is that true, Whirly Girl? Super interesting there. They're getting the US dollar value at that time. Isn't that exactly what FTX is doing with customer funds that were lost from that bankruptcy? Oh, that's wild. Okay, game changer. Game changer. Whirly Girl, where'd you see that? Oh my God. Hey, Gravity, smile, buddy. It's not so bad. Dude, what a slap in the face. That sucks. Okay. I mean, I get it. Dude, that's such a thank you for sharing. It's why I love these shows, dude. Like, I love chatting about this stuff, and I learn more. I learned so much from you guys. It is a team effort. It is a team effort covering this, covering the markets like this. Pretty wild. Yeah. Yeah, really good takes, guys. So that's wild, yeah. That changes everything. Okay, let me hear your takes too, guys and gals. And nobody knows, obviously. Nobody knows, but what percentage of that do you think will be sold? $9 billion. You're not up anything. You're not up anything. You're literally even. So are you riding it out? Because this goes back to that point of their early Bitcoin believers. Are they better off just holding and praying for, $1 billion Bitcoin or $1 million Bitcoin at this point? I'm not sure what I would do. What would you guys do in that scenario? Let's say you had $5,000 worth. It's kind of a gut punch, isn't it? To not get the Bitcoin value of it, not get the straight Bitcoin. You're getting your USD value or whatever currency. Wow. That is so wild. Oh, let's find Beanie, Uncle Beanie. I'm worried, by the way, about Beanie. I'm worried that my brother and him are going to start fighting. Beanie was shit posted about Kongs this weekend a little bit. Dude, Beanie's just shitting on all our stuff. He's shitting on Squiggles here. Oh, and dude, Jared, if you're still here, let me bookmark this. Jared, if you're here, we got to chat about this. Guys, remember Jared, who's on our Thursday show now, does a podcast with his Squiggles DAO. So very involved in this, very knowledgeable about what goes on here. Would love to hear his takes on this. Okay. Oh, and yeah, we chatted about this on Saturday too. I'm just going to bookmark all Beanie's tweets here. There's a lot here. There's a lot of good stuff here. All right. Oh, you think half? Okay, so we're talking 4.5 billion. It's a lot of money, but again, we ate through 1.5 billion in, I think it was just like a week or two. Honestly, I think it was maybe a couple weeks. It wasn't long. It wasn't long. Also, keep in mind, guys and gals, I got it. Yeah, sorry. But keep in mind at the beginning of the ETF's life, remember this: the ETFs cumulatively held 3% of Bitcoin's supply. Also, remember that a lot of these funds said their goal is to invest a huge percentage, right, of their investment funds into Bitcoin. I'm going to look for those numbers today, or probably over the next few days here, because these numbers are out there. Their target of Bitcoin holdings. And guys, it was something like 20% of the Bitcoin supply. It was some like mind-boggling number. It's like, my God, when they get there, and they'll get there, it's game over. It's game over for who controls the price of Bitcoin. At this point, they will. And we already see the price of Bitcoin hand in hand with ETF prices or ETF volume, right? Without fail. We've done this before. We can do it again. But matching up Bitcoin volume or the ETF volume, outflows, inflows, and it correlates directly to the price of Bitcoin. When these guys control 20% of the supply, like they've said they're going to do, they'll gamify this stuff. It's going to get wild. Point there, though, is they need to do a lot of buying of Bitcoin to get to that percentage, to get to that control that they are looking for, that they said they're looking for. We're seeing something play out that I was actually looking forward to a lot, which is the lower Bitcoin goes, dude, the more enticing it is for those people who have very long-term vision, who have very long-term plans, who are looking to control a majority of the supply here. I don't think we can fall that low anymore, right? Okay, so looking back to this, right, this dip here in 2021 and saying, yeah, we might be heading towards that now. I don't know that we can fall that low again with the type of volume, with the type of support that comes from those ETFs now. I don't know if this happens again. I don't know. At some point, that price gets so attractive to these funds. So I don't know. Hey, good morning, Benny. Dude, Juan, I like that strategy. I love that strategy. If you got that money back, you just put it into ordinals. Yeah, I dig it. I dig it. But yeah, ultimately here, super volatile. Super volatile, as we should all have been expecting. This wasn't necessarily a coming out of left field. Again, we knew this was coming. We knew the money had moved. We already knew that repayment was going to happen. We just weren't sure when. Here it is. Here it is now over in the next week or so. But there's things that might offset that. The presidential debates are one of the biggest X factors for getting crypto in front of at this point, it's a world stage. It is. And crypto's never been talked about on a platform like that. So it's going to be a big week for crypto. I can't wait. By the way, I think we're going to live stream. The debate over on Inside NFTs. I think. We'll see if Joe wants to get in. He didn't like talking politics. I get it, but Henry and I do. So we're probably. I think it's Thursday, right? I think it's Thursday. So we're probably going to live stream the debate over there. It's crypto related. There's some crossover. So yeah, we'll probably do that. Hey, good morning, boss. Good to see you, sir. Man, spicy morning. Let me see if there's anything else juicy in here. Oh, you know what? I told these guys I would throw their article up. I don't even know who they are, but I told them I'd do it. Okay, crypto briefing. Yeah, I don't know them. I don't know them. Okay. Yeah, I just want to see if there's any other little juicy details in here. Yeah, it's Bitcoin Cash as well. Just a heads up. I don't think that matters. Man, my daughter's going out of town for 2 weeks. I'm getting bummed. I'm getting bummed. Like a little camping trip with her friend. 2 weeks. That's too long. I don't like it. Don't like it. Okay. That's right. This was in May. This wasn't long ago. This was 6-8 weeks ago. Yeah, like 6 weeks ago. Oh, we knew it was worth that back then. Okay. 141, almost 142,000 Bitcoin. Again, get that number in mind and then look over here. Let's look at the ETFs. 142,000 Bitcoin. And to date, we're only in the positive 14,500 Bitcoin. Again, if it's all sold, going to take a minute. If half of it's sold, still going to take a minute. But I'll wrap it up with this. I think, just a hunch, as we head into the next leg up, which we are, as we head into this, and what I think is going to be a new all-time high, and what I think is going to be a remarkable all-time high, that volume's going to pick up. I think the pace that this is bought up is going to increase. I think those ETFs will continue to set records for volume. So maybe it'll take a little less time than I was thinking. And again, how do you even make a prediction on this? How long it'll take and how it impacts price? This is all uncharted territory. We have no idea. So it's gonna be fun. Sorry, Gravity, but it's gonna be fun. We'll be okay. We'll be full of GMs, man. All right, let's look at the NFT market. I want to peek at floor prices and then we'll get into the Pudgy Penguin talk. Would love to know. Love to know what you guys think about that too. It's a big deal because this is Pudgy Penguins really becoming what they said they were going to be, the face of NFTs. They've leapfrogged Yuga Labs, right? Have Pudgies taken VC money? I got to think about that. I don't know if Pudgies have taken VC money. I feel like they'd have to at this point, but maybe they haven't. So what I'm thinking of is what distinguishes them from Yuga Labs. How are they different at this point? VC funding is one of them. I don't know if Pudgies have done a raise yet. Interesting. Got to do some digging there. Anyway, NFT market, relatively flat here. Let me refresh because that looks kind of crazy. We're just down, up 0.02%. NFT market's been, pretty darn resilient considering how crypto's been and how low volume's been in NFTs. I'm pretty surprised about this. Very low sales this weekend, though. 10.4 million. This was Saturday, our second lowest day of sales this year. Yesterday, almost 12 million. So an update yesterday, which is, it's good to see. You don't see that on Sundays very often. Big sales, though. There's some big sales yesterday in the past 24 hours, really. Profit still negative. Today, too, well into the negative, 884,000. But yeah, looks like we'll continue this uptrend in volume, which is great. Weekly numbers are in here as well. Data period that was last Sunday evening, the period ending last night. 92.8 million cross-chain sales here. Lowest this year, but beyond that, lowest since the week of October 23rd. Getting really low. Getting really, really low here. Previous low was beginning of October, 55 million. So a good 40 mil off from that, but yeah, getting pretty low. And again, first time we're under 100 mil since that week, that last week of October. Second to last week, I think. Yeah. Yep, first time under 100 mil since then. And these were the dark days, fam. That right there was a rough stretch. Really, really rough stretch. Geez, we're right around this. We're right around post-Azuki stuff, or right around the Azuki time, actually. Wild. Dude, it's crazy to think we're coming up to, close to a year since that. Since the, Elementals mint, and just the market awful year last year. Second half. Honestly, even the first half of last year, didn't enjoy that at all, man. Not at all. Okay, very cool. What was the gist of his tweet, though? Hang on, let me scroll up just to reread what you said about him. Oh, about the value of what people are getting back, right? Yeah. Good heads up on that, though. Appreciate that. Yep. Yep, boss. Good point there. Yeah, I wonder. It's so hard to think through what happened, like how the presidential debates factor in. You know, in theory, they shouldn't factor in. There's no real catalyst there, but it's the conversation about crypto. It's hearing if they actually talk policy. It's hearing what kind of policy changes they're going to enact here to support building here. I want to hear a lot about that. I don't want to hear pro crypto, anti crypto. I don't want to hear that stuff. I don't want to talk about regulations. I want to hear about what you're going to do to foster building in crypto here in the States, right? I want to hear about that. And if anything, man, the more positive stuff we hear from Biden, the more bullish it is for Bitcoin and crypto in general right now. Right now. Trump ain't in office. We don't know that Trump's going to win. I'm kind of thinking he's not going to win. But if we start hearing Biden talk positive about crypto, actually lay out some policy, that would be interesting because I don't think Trump ever talks policy. And if he does talk policy, I don't think he actually enacts most of the policy he talks about. Biden's different. Not a fan of either of these guys, by the way. Not voting for either of them. But I'm hoping that Biden actually talks crypto policy. And that could actually move this market immediately. Immediately. Okay, also, guys, load up with some firepower. Like, get some bullets ready. By that, I don't know if I can say that on air. Holy shit. I don't know if this video, I don't know. I don't know how that goes. I feel like they censor shit if you say the wrong stuff. I think they do, actually. What I mean is, get ready with some Solana. Get ready with a little ETH. Get ready with a little Bitcoin, because we're absolutely going to get some new meme coins coming out of the debate. Absolutely. Oh my God, it's going to be so fucking funny too, right? Like, something stupid, something hilarious is going to happen. Something awesome will probably happen. And just like the Hudah thing, right? Just like all these memes that pop up, like in an instant, right? Something's going to pop up out of this debate. Like, for sure. Like, for sure. So, be prepared, be ready, get familiar with the platforms. Look, if you're not trading on Solana yet, like, go get on Photon and get familiar with it. Go on Pump.fun and just get used to it a little bit. Learn to navigate it just so you're ready, because something's going to pop off. In fact, do you think does Biden maybe bring up the DJT token? Does he bring that up maybe on the debate stage to Trump? That would be super interesting, right? Like, of course, Trump will deny it, say his son had nothing to do with it, but that'd be interesting. By the way, that token, I think, not doing terribly. Right? Like, that token's got some life. I kind of thought it would be dead after this. Well, off of both of those. Yeah. Well, Whirly Girl, still appreciate that. I'll do some digging later, see if anybody else is sharing that kind of info. It's really a big point. So definitely want to get confirmation of that and get that message out there. Yeah, boss. That's a great point too, because every year I've been like, wait for Yuga to do its thing, just wait. And this year's no different. Let's think. What did Yuga mint last year? Other than I know that there's like the heavy metal stuff and sewer pass and all that. And I guess those count, but I still am trying to think of like core assets. But yeah, I keep thinking that Yuga Labs would like just swoop in here and save the day with some kind of new mint, something special. And I don't mean to sound funny with Yuga Labs because I like them. Like, I genuinely like them more than almost anybody in this space. I love Yuga Labs. Let's go there. I love Yuga Labs. They were exposed earlier this year with the Daniel Allegre stuff, with the gaming stuff, selling off their gaming IP, with them showing off. This is what we talked about last week, with them showing off other side and show they have built nothing. They've built nothing. Right? That's rough. That's shocking to me. Yeah, the punk remix, yeah, kind of. Yeah, I'm kind of looking for a major one. Yeah, I like those, by the way. I still got to reach back out. We were chatting. Yeah, I like these guys. I was gonna maybe do a little video content for them. I want to reengage because some of you guys were asking for whitelists. So I'd like to see if they'd like to come on the show maybe and give away some whitelists if they're up for it. They do look cool, but man, I'm not minting anything in this market. I didn't mint Narcos. I didn't mint. What was the other one last week? Not Frox. Lucid. I didn't mint Lucid, right? I'm not minting anything. I'll show you. The only thing I'm minting is Dorian Souls. And just a heads up, these were like NFA, right? But for any of you guys who did mint, these were up to, these were at like 15, 18% minted in the past few days. Now almost a quarter minted out. I'm grabbing more of these. I'm going to grab probably 3 or 4 more. I really like them. And a lot of people, well, it doesn't matter if a lot of people like him. One person in particular that I I definitely follow really likes him, and he's up to almost 40 of these things. I think these are awesome. So, just a heads up there, if you were following me into those Dorian Souls, they're looking a little better. But yeah, those Aeons, do you say them Eons or Aeons? But yeah, those are, I definitely hear people talking about them. Coming from, I think, the community manager of DGods, so it'll get a little support, right? All right, let me blow through the rest of NFT stuff. I gotta get to Pudgy Penguins. Here's a look at the Crypto Slam collection rankings. Give it a quick refresh. Last I saw, CryptoPunks were at the top. Yeah, there they are still at the top. Gods Unchained cooking too. I still think this is garbage. The Sea Dragon, maybe not. Yeah, I'll peek at them separate. I don't want to say anything negative about them. A lot of the other Polygon ones have been just, garbage. In fact, did we maybe blow them away already? All right, real quick, 7 days. If we didn't blow them away, they'd still show on the 7-day view. Be awesome if they're gone. Oh, yeah, I think we removed them. Awesome. This one I think is questionable too. But yeah, we blew away those other ones. That's awesome. Really, really cool. Good stuff. All right, back to 24 hours. Again, I'll do this quick. CryptoPunks. Anything else that stands out? But guys, always watch DMarket. Just like the definition of consistency. Gaming skins, Counter-Strike, Rust, Dota. Awesome stuff. Big Ordinal Punk sale here. Quantum Cats here in the top 10. Puppets in the top 10. Man, Puppets, all that stuff getting really cheap. Let me peek at those. This weekend they look cheap. I wonder if people are starting to notice how cheap they are and starting to sweep it, get in there and sweep a little bit. Wow, Nodemonks at 0.16. Wow. Puppets at 0.10. That's wild. And to be expected, honestly. A lot of people thinking they're not going to find any gains over in crypto right now. You gotta get liquid any way you can. And always watch, guys, like the owner count, the ratio. Like a lot of these guys are holding multiple Nodemonks. So a lot of them in profit. At this point, getting a little tighter though. Honestly, I mean, actually, how many people at this point are actually like down on Nodemonks? That's wild. I'm glad I told you guys weeks ago, right? I bought one. I flipped it for another opportunity. Glad I did. I probably would have held it here and actually been down. So glad about that. Quantum Cats will be more stable than the rest. Just collection size so little. But yeah. That's why I'm not minting anything now. Yeah, Lucid not doing great. I imagine Narco's not doing great. So even Aeons, I don't think I'm minting those. Very nice. Hey, Benny, appreciate you, man. Yeah, super cool. Yeah, I like those. All right, what you can gather so far, the Japanese trustee has been collecting Mt. Gox assets, and those will be distributed on a pro rata basis, according to a plan submitted to the bankruptcy court. It's unclear what that means with respect to whether it'll be 100% of the loss in present-day value. Interesting. All right, we'll keep digging. Motherfucking Lemon. What's up, brother? Always first. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, man. Yeah, those are those at this point all unstaked. It took a while, man. People are getting people are not happy about that. But that's stake, man. Did they hit that? Because they got as high as 0.9. Was that during the staking period? Dude, honest, I'm right there with you. 0.16 for a Nodemonk is super tempting. I mean, man, you know, when I talk about what's the CryptoPunk of Bitcoin, it'll be nothing. But what is that caliber? Nodemonks are there. It's still Nodemonks. Yeah, man, I just can't shake that it's Nodemonks. That's a spicy price. All right, let's peek at ETH, then let's get to Pudgy Penguins. I talked too much. I left us just under 20 minutes to talk Pudgy Penguins. Okay, these guys back down to 8, like just over 8 ETH. These were damn near 10 over the weekend. Same with Bored Apes. They're around 9.5 each. Milady hit an all-time high over the weekend, about 5.5-ish. Mutant Apes 1.4 here. CryptoPunk's just basically flat here still. Little Pudgy's dumping as well. Redacted Remilio, are they still flipping? Yeah, basically neck and neck with Mutant Apes. Ugly market. Ugly market. Pudgy Penguins, again, big news out of that project. Solana not looking terrible. No, who am I kidding? It's all looking terrible. Anyway, here is your big news. This announced on Saturday. Again, the weirdest time. Any of you who do marketing, tell me, why announce on a Saturday? What is that? It seems like in the traditional world, Friday or the weekend, the worst time to announce something, unless you want to bury it, right? Crypto might be different. Like my shows do better on the weekend than the weekdays. Part of that's timing, part of it's topic, right? But the weekend shows do better than the weekday shows. So maybe that's the crypto audience here. It is, yeah, maybe it's super smart doing this on the weekdays. But that's when Luca's announced the past two things, Overpass and now this. And so here you have it. Igloo Inc. is now the parent company of Pudgy Penguins and Overpass. Remember, Overpass is their licensing platform, which right now is just for Pudgies. I do think they expand that. I think that was something Lucas said at one point. It wouldn't just be Pudgy Penguins forever, right? Cool little video, by the way. I dig it. Looks good. All right, here's where things get super interesting, though. Dropping this term, consumer crypto. I love that term. Dude, I was gushing about that term all weekend. I love that term, consumer crypto. It's a nice buzzword, right? And I think it makes sense. I think that term is used to describe crypto products, which we've all been using, but are consumer friendly. That's simple, right? Most of what we're doing is not consumer friendly. It's not normie friendly in the slightest. Picture ordinals. Ordinals ain't consumer crypto. Like, not at all. So some examples of what is consumer crypto: Pudgy Penguins toys. I got these all over my house. Hang on. That guy. That's actually, believe it or not, that is consumer crypto. Right? You buy this, you scan a QR code, you now have an NFT. That's consumer crypto. It's so smart. It's so smart, man. Just simplify it. Make it easier. Get the word. I don't care if you use the word NFT, actually. It doesn't bother me. Although there is a stigma with it now. There is. So let's make it digestible, make it easy, remove all the barriers to enter and for entry, right? Get in through a toy. So consumer crypto, I think you're going to, that's going to be the term of the summer. Hell, that might be when we look back and reflect on 2024. That might be a big, like a big, what is it? It might be the word that really defines this year, consumer crypto. When basically the phrase wasn't birthed right now, by the way, just searching, it's been used for a while. It just didn't really catch. Take somebody like Luca and, Pudgy Penguins, like adopting that word and hopefully really driving it. But it may be that 2024 is the year where the space shifts to consumer crypto, which would be great. That is great for onboarding. Okay, what's interesting is in their marketing, right? They show Pudgy penguins at the top of everything, which is awesome. They've always said that. But they have this redacted section, which is directly under Pudgy penguins. And under that is Overpass, and under that is Pudgy Igloo Inc. Products and brands. It's interesting. Brands, multiple. It's not just Igloo, the clothing line. There's more coming there. I'm sure about that, right? And then you see it broken down this way, 3 pillars, right under Igloo Inc. Pudgy Penguins, Redacted, Overpass. Okay, so I was speculating away at what I thought that could be. Actually, let me go back there. And my guess is, I was picturing like Game Studio. Remember, they got Pudgy World coming. They got a mobile game coming with Mystical Games, right? I think that's not going to be on the Mythical Chain. I think that's going to be on Polkadot. Unless Mythical Chain is actually going to be like an L2 or 3 under the Mythical Chain. I don't know. But anyway, point here. I was picturing a gaming studio, a media house, something like that. Something for production, because I keep thinking, I don't know, I just feel it in my bones that Pudgy Penguins are going to have like a killer animation. And like a mainstream one. Something on Netflix or Amazon or even the big screen, right? Like some kind of major animation. I don't know now. I'm really starting to think of crypto. I think they're going to launch a token at this point. Let me see your comment here. Got it. Okay. Hey, maybe it's at a pace that it can be absorbed and we don't really feel it. Maybe. Who knows? It is a lot of Bitcoin that's going to hit the market, though. Yeah, potentially. Right. Okay. So now keep in mind Redacted, and let's pretend that it is crypto, right? Let's pretend they're launching a token. So I'm going to go full screen for this, but let's look at every part of their roadmap that's blanked out here and insert crypto there and tell me it doesn't make perfect sense. Tell me it doesn't make perfect sense here. Hope I can make this big screen enough. Let's see. Content and growth. Drop a token under that, right? Overpass. Crypto. Licensing. Crypto. Token, right? Picture a token under all of these. Let's call it what should we call it just for the sake of like naming it something? Should we call it like ICE? Should we call it PP? I don't know. What do we call it? Licensing, products. This is under Igloo here. This, I'm guessing, is the Igloo brand. Tech and partnerships, like having a token. I mean, look, it's putting a token. It's tying a token into everything. And maybe a token makes so much more sense than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 11 individual things still to reveal. Maybe it's that token is inserted in all spots there. Partnerships with a token attached. Again, the tech with the token. You know what? What I love about doing this live and digging through it is starting to see if that makes sense or not. Look, partnerships here pointing to a token, but it's also pointing to, if it's token, it's pointing to it right here as well. I don't know. So maybe they're not all going to be for a token. Otherwise, why are you pointing to it twice? Yeah, so I'm not sure. But to me, token fits in a lot of this. Okay, look, even physical down here at the bottom right. Physical. Okay, they're not both going to be token here, but physical. We were just talking how this little guy gets you an NFT, right? What if these little guys also get you a little token? I doubt it. They got millions of these toys at this point, right? So I doubt these are getting you a token, but maybe if we're really trying to grow consumer crypto, maybe these do get you a token. It's already getting you an NFT. Why not a token? And we got to start thinking about tokens differently and whole new ways to distribute them. Okay, mental exercise. What would it look like if instead of farming, just like unorganic farming for a token, for an airdrop or something, what if it was each toy equals X number of tokens? How cool would that be? Or you scan the QR code, and even with these, right? When you scan the QR code, you unlock traits for your penguin in Pudgy World. and you'll randomly hit like really rare traits. Well, what if you hit different allocations of token and it's random too? Now, I don't know. I don't know the legal implications of all that. I would imagine. Okay, well, I know this on the legal side, having worked with some projects. Random ain't good. Random isn't good unless it's super fair. You got to define everything, right? So maybe you can't do random. Maybe you can, as long as the terms are all laid out. But that'd be fascinating if normies can get exposure to crypto from buying a toy. That would be incredible, actually. It would be. There's something to that. I mean, man, to the best of my knowledge, nobody's ever done that. Ever. Right? Nobody has their toys distributed wide enough to actually make that realistic, but Pudgy Penguins now do. Right? Imagine a million toys, and each one of those generating a token. That'd be wild. So something to think about here, but yeah, now I'm not thinking production studio, media house, any of that stuff, gaming studio. I'm not picturing that here. I'm leaning token now. It's been rumors about that for a while. I remember back at Art Basel last year, rumors about a token. Luca came out there and said, no token announcement here at Art Basel. But he did say at Art Basel, that's it. He didn't say no token, period. And multiple times we've had rumors of a token. It's just been there. Of course, everybody's speculating about a token coming with everything, every major project, but it kind of fits. What are you guys' thoughts? Do you think Pudgy Penguins ever drop a token, and does that make sense? Inserted all over this roadmap? To a big degree, I think it does. Interesting they have education here too, because a token ties into most of these on-chain educational platforms as well. I think there's something to that. All right, so I changed my prediction from this weekend from gaming media house to token. That's what I think we're getting. God, that'd be exciting if so. That would inject a little excitement back into this space. All right, now how will we know if they're going to do a token? I hate to say it. I hate to say this, but it's as simple as watch for like some random ass Pudgy Penguin pump. Watch for some insider trading. Well, we'll end this part on this, and again, this is a review if you were watching this weekend. Right, if you were watching Inside NFTs, I am stuck on this quite a bit, which is how realistic is the Pudgy Penguin action? It's very real, by the way, mind you. This is just for argument's sake, but how much of this did we see over the past, many months since these toys came out? Just your average dude, I'll talk, myself, right? Going into Walmart and just buying up just tons of these guys, tons. I literally have like probably 20 of these little things alone, tons of little like kind of funky, the small or the medium size like vinyls. It's so hard to gauge what's the real demand for these things out there. Like, it's just so hard when it's just us. It's just us degens going in and spending what to us is cheap at this point. $5 for a little figure. I mean, my goodness, here's another, right? They're everywhere. I don't even have a Pudgy Penguin anymore. How much of the toy sales are real and how much is just us all buying 20 and 50 and whatever, like stupid amounts of toys? So something to consider, because also at the same time, you got people like artificially pumping up the collection. This happened before the Igloo announcement. This is just a big old bid on a whole bunch of Pudgy Penguins. By the way, I read this wrong. I think when I was reading this all like the past week, I can't remember. I think I was saying 106 ETH. I think I missed the 9. Over 1,000 ETH bid on all these Ben Dow Pudgies. Again, this happened just days before the announcement. The insider trading is getting crazy, guys. It's getting crazy. Here's Beanie speculating on a token. Yeah, Legendary chiming in. Yeah, guys, I think we got a token coming. Okay. Others saying they've said many times they won't. Dude, it's such a legal risk. It is such a huge risk launching a token. It really is. It's why I've always steered clear of that. Always. I've always said they're not dropping a token too, but I'm starting to change my mind there. I think these guys are looking to take on bigger risks because the environment's getting a little more crypto-friendly too. So yeah, I'm picturing at this point a token. I sure hope so. I think it'd be great. I mean, at this point, I think they're the only ones who can have a token, bake it into their ecosystem, have some life to it. Yuga Labs has nothing still. You can really, well, I don't want to commit to this or make it sound as strong as it's going to sound, but Yuga Labs ape token, there's not a lot you can do with it. You've got some voting power in the DAO. Can you use ape token on Magic Eden yet? You should be able to. I don't know if you can. Now that I think about it. But you got to integrate these things all over. Pudgy Penguins can integrate it all throughout their ecosystem. Again, that roadmap, licensing, gaming, toys. Be awesome if they listed their toys on their own website, their Igloo website, or pudgypenguins.com, whatever their site is. And you list them for sale in whatever their token is. There's a lot you could do with a token in that ecosystem. It'd be really cool. I didn't want to say, bro. But there's a Pudgy Penguin in my banner for a reason, you know? I think they got guys doing content. Well, they definitely got guys doing content. But I feel like they got one dude who does like a similar like market update, I think. It's pretty good, too. It's pretty damn good. There it is. We'll see. We'll see. Is it token all over the place? Is it not? Is it the game studio stuff? I don't know. All right, we'll end on Blast because this is coming up in just 2 days, guys. 2 days till the Blast TGE. Still a lot of speculation about the price of gold. I think NFT Stats has been like spot on. His predictions, I think as high as like $13, somewhere in that ballpark. More recently down to about $7, $8. We'll see. But yeah, we got info. I think this was yesterday. It was yesterday. But the Blast contract funded with 14 billion Blast. I guess some of that was maybe a little unexpected. There's a breakdown of like 2% and 1% they were thinking that's going to, I think, blur farmers potentially. This is the big thing people are trying to figure out is how much of this gold is going to blur farmers. I don't know. I'm so unplugged from the blur ecosystem. I didn't know that they were expecting Blast. I didn't know. I thought, and maybe I'm okay. I thought they were doing season 3 for Blur, but are they not? Was season 3, all that trading and farming over on Blur, was that all for Blast? Or is that Blast on top of the Blur they were farming? I legit don't know. I should know. I don't. But yeah, we're going to find out in just a couple days here what this Blast TGE is going to look like. What's it look like for gold holders? I hope everybody does well. This was supposed to be a big liquidity injecting event into this space, and it still will be, but how big will it be when the market looks like this? How big will it be? How much will it matter? Are you just going to have pressure to dump? Are you going to have to, is there a vesting period for your tokens? Is it locked? We've been hearing that maybe half of it's going to be locked up for months. We don't know. We don't have a lot of details about it. But it is a big, I don't want to call it a milestone, but it is a big, yeah, well, fuck it. We'll call it a milestone. It's a big milestone for this week. It is a big milestone maybe for the summer, man. You know what, Lemon, exactly. This is the tricky part. Who is buying gold? Obviously, I think Pac-Man's a gigabrain. I do. This is why this week we got to expect more news to come, right? It's not just going to be TGE, token out there, see you guys. There's going to have to be some kind of utility for Blast. Otherwise, you're selling it to who? Who's buying Blast? Who's buying Blast? So in my opinion, my guess, right? There's probably going to be more products announced over on Blast. There's probably going to be utility announced for Blast. There's probably going to be another season announced. There's got to be more to come. Otherwise, who wants gold? For what? I'm expecting something fun. I'm expecting something spicy. Pac-Man's good at that. Pac-Man's good at that, and probably whatever's coming next has a lot to do with Blur. It probably does. So we'll see, you guys. 2 days to go till we find out about that. Oh, get out of here, man. That's awesome. Made 0.7 ETH creating a collection on Blast with Blaze. Then you're getting a gold some gold rewards for it, too. Good shit, dude. Yeah, we'll have to pull up the contract. I don't know. For sure, though, spicy week. Blast TGE. End of Blur Season 3. Presidential debate. More details unfolding about the Mt. Gox Bitcoin distribution. It ain't boring anymore. Man, oh man. All right, guys. We got the afternoon show coming up today. I don't know the title. I don't know. I still think it's maybe possibly Redacted AF. Right? Afternoon show coming up at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Then we got the Little Noun show coming up at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Getting back into the market talk. Guys, come on up. Come to the show. Come up to the stage. Come chat. Let's talk about all this stuff, man. And again, a lot going on. It is going to be a very, very interesting week. Let me get you a link to the Little Noun show, by the way. And we'll end on that. All right, drop it in the chat now. Ba-boom. All right, guys. Enjoy your day here. Catch you in a few hours on the afternoon show right here on Chain Reactor. Until then, guys, we'll see you later. Peace.